Hey guys, Darth Gloric here, back with part 1 of my brand new main playthrough. We're playing through Dishonored 2. So quite a while ago, we did Dishonored 1, and it was a good time. If memory serves, I mean, it was quite a while ago. And if memory serves, I believe I'm losing my train of thought. I believe that I remember there was less sneaking than I would have preferred. It was a lot more run and gun than I would have preferred, if memory serves. Which it very well might not. That could just be my fear of that, rather than that actually being a thing. I'm not sure. Anyway, but the point is, we're back, and I at the last one, I remember making a point that I wanted to wait to do Dishonored 2 until I felt like we would actually be able to sneak, like actually be able to try and do it stealthily. And I'm kind of in the mood that I feel like that maybe I can actually get myself to sneak, because I have played through this game completely once before. And the time when I did it before, I did, because you can choose up to 2 different characters in this one, by the way. There's two different main characters. You have Emily, which is the girl, and you have Corvo, so you return as Corvo. Spoiler alert, of course we are doing Emily. And then just like in Dishonored 1, there is low chaos and high chaos. I am very much a high chaos fanboy, and I loved the high chaos ending in Dishonored 1, and it doubles down. It's even cooler in Dishonored 2. So that's what we are going to do. But the first time I did this, I did Emily High Chaos, and the thing is, it was a lot of run and gun. It was a lot more like Call of Duty and a little less like Dishonored. And so I'm hoping this time maybe we can actually try and be, like, do it a little more seriously, like try to actually be a little more like stealthy about it. Achievement-wise, there is some random things, like there is some side stuff. I'm just curious what we have, because I haven't even looked. Save the printer, the Dunwall Courier. Stop the Grand Guard from pushing someone into the wall of light. Drop from Adamir's highest point and take out an enemy below. Chat with Doctor aboard the dreadful whale. Eliminate Jindosh without him ever knowing you were there. Listen to the voices of the Sisters of the Doctor Order. Side with the Howlers, side with the Overseers. So this is I feel like I remember that there's a choice, and you have to decide with 2 different groups of people for some reason. I don't remember why, but I did remember that there's a third option where you can sort of screw it up and sort of mess up everything. and I remember that, like, I don't remember if I messed up, but I do remember that there's a third option where you don't really side with either of them, and I did that one on accident. I don't remember if it was accident or on purpose, but I remember I did remember doing that. Master keep him under the table while the guards there are conscious and unalerted. Find the hidden balcony passageway. Pay tribute to Jessamine one more time. Rob Yavani multiple times. Craft 10 bone charms. Eliminate 6 enemies in less than 1.5 seconds. Kill an enemy with their own bullet. Cast possession once, chaining between human, hound, rat, fish, and blood fly. Wow. Finish an entire mission without being spotted. Finish an entire mission with no casualties. Yeah, there's that low chaos thing at work there for you. Collect all the decorative objects for the dreadful whale. 60% of available loot. Using the heart, listen to the secrets of 40 different people. Acquire all collectible paintings. Finish the game without being spotted. Complete the game without supernatural powers. Finish the game with Corvo. Complete the game in low chaos. Link 2 characters with dominoes. Score a headshot while sliding. Peruse all journals and autographs of Megan Foster and Anton Sokolov aboard the Dreadful Whale. Complete the game without killing anyone. Okay, so I don't expect that there to be very many achievements that we'll be getting this time around, but time will tell. There might be some of the little side ones. So there's, my first one. I guess we'll go ahead and do the save slot 3, I suppose. I think we'll probably just do medium, just like the standard, just like the standard difficulty. No. Yes? I don't want to, but I should. Yeah, I guess I should. I don't want to, but I probably should, because I certainly don't remember the controls. I would probably be able to figure them out, but if there's little more finite control things that I probably won't remember. So, Okay. I'm just gotta take a sip. Alright, I'm ready. Let's do it.
I remember training with my father in the years after the rat plague. Someday, he said, our enemies will come for you.
Oh. Hang on a minute. Okay, hang on a minute. Controls. Sensitivity. I think it needs to go up. Let's try like 50 a piece. Okay, let's try that. That might be too much. Okay, there we go. That seems a little better. Yeah, there we go.
The sounds and smells of Dunwall never change much. This is my city.
Absolutely.
What training regimen does Father have in store for me?
All right, Majesty. Let's see what you can do.
I panicked because I saw it dip down and I wasn't ready for it. Alright, that's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, got
Never
it.
doubted I could make that.
Definitely not.
Yes. What's next?
Move in the water, swim faster, to rise surface, dive deeper, submerge, be aware that your breath. Right. Ah, there you go, okay. I was just curious to see how the A and B, how that felt.
If only I could spend every day running and jumping.
There we go.
Now to test my agility.
Come to me.
I'm coming, Dad.
You've learned well. Let's see how quiet you are, young lady.
Stealth. B to toggle stealth mode, crouching down, walking silently. Visibility and stealth is greatly reduced. Stay behind cover, out of sight to avoid being detected. Enemies are slower to detect you in stealth, especially when you're further away, above them, or on an edge, in shadow. Yeah, you know, your standard stealth stuff.
I want you to sneak up on me, if you can.
Father's always on about the value of quiet feet.
He certainly is. Sneaking up on Corvo feels unlikely. I mean, the obvious answer is I could have dropped down right there while his back was turned, but, like, I hesitated, feeling like that maybe I didn't have time. Gotcha. Oh, sorry.
That's my girl.
Hell yeah.
Don't let me hear you or see you.
Oh, wow, they just, like, start me out in the open, huh?
Crouch down and approach from behind.
Okay, I did not mean to. Okay, sorry. I did the wrong thing.
I need to watch the patrol route.
I gotta grab the key. I hit the wrong
Stay
button.
low and out of your enemy's line of sight.
Okay, it's not right.
Didn't see anything at all. Quiet as a lynx,
Yay.
stalking a gazelle.
That's right. It was not. I was just like choked him out immediately.
Remember, a pistol will wake up everyone in the building. Your crossbow is quiet.
Are they all like that? What is happening? Oh, okay. I was just not. It's the button. What does this one do? Oh, no, left is just the control because it's in the left hand. Okay. Thanks, Dad. It's so unnecessary. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not the son of a serial killer.
Weapons and combat training.
Okay.
Let's beat each other up, shall we?
I would rather not.
Yes. Come on. McLean.
Got
my
it.
daughter. When someone
Okay.
swings a sword at you, block. Good.
Dad, what the hell was that? Were you trying to swing at me, or were you just being funny? Because you completely missed.
Very good. You've got a natural instinct for fighting.
Now, can't you just, like, deflect it if you, like, block it the last second?
Right, you'll throw an enemy off balance.
Yeah, it's like a parry from Dark Souls. Nope. Oh, dang it.
Block with your blade.
Ow, I wasn't ready.
You're quick. Smart move.
Little late. Little late. There it is.
That'd stop even the most black-hearted killer. You can choke an enemy out, even in combat.
Enemy's off balance. Grab them by pressing right button. Really? I'm not sure I ever knew that. So if you do the off balance thing, you can grab them and you can choke them out in combat. Well, see, that would be convenient if you were trying to do like a low chaos, like a low chaos run and you got caught or something. I mean, so long as you didn't care about getting caught, you know. Or if you accidentally fought somebody and you were really trying not to, because like that would be a good non-lethal option. Like if you were trying really hard not to kill anybody, you could block their move, put them off balance, and then choke them out. You know, which for us doesn't mean anything because we're gonna be pretty stone cold about this. This is high chaos because that's the way I like to play. But that would be a good option if you were trying to. Although, really, to be honest, at the same time, I felt like that if I ever do a low chaos run, which admittedly I'm just way less interested in, I'll be honest, or if I decided to ever play as Corvo, which I am a little bit interested in, but it'll be pretty hard to turn down Emily for Corvo. Regardless, if I ever did, I would probably do all the ghost stuff at the same time, like never get detected, you know what I mean? Because you're already going to be low chaos, so it's like, you might as well. So for me, if I was ever going to do it, I would multitask. So it's like, for me, if I'm already detected, if I'm in low chaos, I'm probably just going to restart anyway. because I got detected, so it already defeats the point.
Go for the fatality.
Got it. I did it again. Alright, hang on. When the enemy's off balance, you can perform a vitality. Right.
Deliver a fatal blow.
Got it. A little late,
When
sorry.
someone swings a sword at you, block.
I'm like, it's faster than you would think. It's faster than you would believe.
Feel better knowing you can take care of yourself. When trouble does finally come, you're ready to fight.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Dad. Alright. Nice. I am now ready. Now, you know, like I said, even though we are doing high chaos, there's going to be lots of killing. I'm hoping we can do it stealthily. I'm probably not going to be anal about not getting detected, but like if we can try to be a little stealthy, so it's like a real stealth game and a little less like a run and gun kill everybody kind of game, I would be really happy with that. So, anyway, a long day in Dunwall. Today marks the anniversary of the death of Empress Jessamine Caldwin, assassinated 15 years ago. Visitors from across the Empire of the Isles have journeyed to Dunwall Tower for the occasion. So I believe in the first game, Emily was, I don't know how old she was, 8, 10, 12, something like that. She was somewhere in there, so she's somewhere in her 20s now, depending on exactly where she was. If she was like 8, and it was 15 years ago, If she was 8, so 8 would phone 23. So she's either 23, 25, or 27-ish, maybe. So she's somewhere in her 20s. Either, somewhere in her 20s.
Why do we celebrate the anniversary of an assassination? 15 years ago, in the middle of a plague that nearly destroyed Dunwall, a paid killer assaulted the palace where I was born and stabbed my mother in the heart. In the aftermath, the men who sent the assassin tried to use me as a pawn in a game of power. They would have succeeded, but my father, Corvo, hunted them down and cut their conspiracy to pieces. All these years later, am I the ruler my mother wanted me to be? Now, we face a new crisis. A monster the papers are calling the Crown Killer has been picking off my enemies and dressing it up like my father and I are responsible. I don't know whether to get on a ship and sail to the opposite side of the world, or to have everyone around me executed.
See, she's already kind of dark anyway. Not without my help. Not that it's gonna get worse. So
Watch your step, Majesty.
I'm not looking forward to all the ceremony today.
Your signet ring. There. You're ready.
Thank you, Alexei. Open the doors.
All hail Her Imperial Majesty, Emily Caldwin.
Loyal subjects, we're going through a difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Caldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily,
You look tired, Father.
every year I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the Crown Killer, eventually.
People are saying it's you. That these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No, someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed a law against that combination of titles years ago.
Your Majesty, before we begin the day's observances, we have an unexpected visitor, the Duke of Serkonos.
Ramsay says the Duke is bringing special gifts.
That's intriguing.
Grace Luca Abel, Duke of Serkonos!
Mechanical soldiers? Amazing.
What is this, Ramsay? I didn't authorize those things.
Your Imperial Majesty and Royal Protector Corvo, a native of our homeland. Serkonos offers condolences on this sorrowful day, and gifts to remind you of our nation, the rising star on the southern horizon.
We thank you, Your Grace.
Save your thanks, for now I give you the greatest gift of all, family. I present the lost sister of Jessamine Caldwin, your rightful Empress, Delilah Caldwin.
Impossible.
My mother had a sister?
My dearest niece, hello.
It's not true.
My father was Emperor Yuhorn Jacob Caldwin, and Jessamine was my younger sister. At the time of her death, I wasn't ready to make myself known to you, and I was forced to leave Dunwall. But now I'm home.
If you really are my mother's sister, you're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Little sparrow, blackened by bad memories, I'm here to relieve you of your crown. My father's promise, whispered in secret so many years ago, is now fulfilled.
Watch your tongue. Emily Caldwin is the daughter of Empress Jessamine Caldwin.
Royal Protector. How naive to think you could get away with these murders. Living in my palace has protected you, but that's over. Hear me, all of you. Your rightful Empress has returned.
All hail the Empress Delilah, first of her name. Arrest Emily Caldwin and her father for the Crown Killer murders.
What?
Nope. Wow, what a beast. Oh no. Ow!
Can't still my heart.
Alright, so your options are Emily, of course, ruler of the Empire of the Isles, trained in stealth and combat by her father, Corvo Attano. Or you have Corvo Attano, legendary royal protector to the Empress and figure of infamy from the time of the Rat Plague. Obviously, we're going to go with Emily. Play as Emily? Yup.
Cast you in cold marble. Sweet girl, over time you will come to love me.
Seems unlikely.
Perhaps someday you'll see me as the mother you lost. But until then, you'll be kept out of trouble.
I'll lock Lady Emily in her chambers, and then I'll bring her to Coldstream Prison until her trial.
Ow.
My father lost it all when I was a boy, so now I wear this uniform, and I send 20-year-olds out to patrol the Rose Gardens instead of drinking with the men from the shooting club.
Captain Ramsey, I heard shouting. Lady Emily, what happened?
No! My loyal guard.
Captain Mayhew.
My loyal guard.
Fancy weapon. What kind of sword folds in half? There's a legend in the Tower Guard about the Empress's last resort, a safe room inside your chambers holding enough gold to buy a good-sized island. They say that this ring is one of the only 2 keys to exist.
Oh, that is it. There will be blood.
What happened? Alexei. The throne room. Father.
No, there will
Nothing
be
I can do.
blood.
I need to get out of here.
You know, it's like, so, I mean, you can see why I don't know, like, you could see why I do the high chaos, like, 'cause it's what I did the first time. Like, I mean, just with everything that happened, like, you know, like, with everything that happened, like, is it really so hard to believe that because my response when something like this happens, you know, Corvo's in stone and Alexei got executed and, like, you know, this take to power, like, my first response isn't like, you know, oh no, we don't want to kill these guys, like, that's terrible. Like, you know, like, my response is, well, like, you know, I always respond in kind to how I'm treated, like, you know what I mean? So, like, they did a violent takeover of Emily's throne, so in my head the response is fine, then I'm gonna violently take it back, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, it's like, that's the interesting thing, that, like, in your natural response towards when you're wronged, my response is there will be blood, and that is generally speaking in games, like, in that kind of thing, that is almost always my response, is like, and then you can sort of apply it to real life, but, like, it's obviously not the same, like, you know, like, it's, you know, it's not obviously literal, right? You're not really gonna go kill somebody because you got wronged. But, like, I have a very low tolerance towards getting wronged in, you know, in a non-violent kind of way. I mean, obviously, you know, it's not the same thing, right? But, like, you know, that response of no tolerance for like for, you know, for getting wronged, for bullshit, for like that kind of thing. That does extend to my real life reaction towards when I get wronged by something. Is I, generally speaking, have a pretty low tolerance towards bullshit directed at me. So it's like in games, it reflects with like I don't respond well to getting wronged, right? So in Emily's case, the response is going to be there will be blood. You know what I mean? Like, and so you know, so I don't feel bad at all with my approach towards what's happened. You know what I mean? So the following deaths is I feel like it's what they get for siding against me. Also, can I just say, look at the bottom left. There's a quick save, quick load feature in a console. Isn't that awesome? I didn't even realize that. I'm not sure I ever noticed, but that would be really convenient if you were trying to do like an undetected run or like a low chaos undetected run, where whether high or low chaos or not, if you were trying to be undetected, that would be very convenient because you could quick save and quick load all the time, you know? If you're like, okay, I feel pretty confident about this. And we might end up using that for the same thing. If I'm really trying hard not to be detected, we might do that. I mean, you know, technically it might happen if I want to, you know, but I just think that's super cool because that will make doing that much easier. So we might actually end up using that if I decide to like really try hard to be undetected. We're still going to be violent, but if you want to be undetected about it.
Should I just spin it and pick a place to hide for a while? I need time to think.
Yeah, definitely not. Letter from Tyrian Trade Commission. New document. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can get my health back, which we were a little low on. Set alarm. Alright, what else we got over here? I was just trying to see if any of this was real. Oh, that one's real. Empress, we face yet another murder. I cannot remain silent on this matter. Strange, is it not, that all the victims have openly opposed you? If not strange, then oh, so very convenient. Is there anything you wish to tell me, Majesty? How can I be an advisor if you don't include me in these most sensitive of endeavors? I feel I must be the only person in Dunwall who doesn't know the truth about the Crown Killer. Don't leave me out in the cold. I remain your trusted servant and advisor, Leonora Helmswater. Ship launch protocol. Empress, after the Royal Protector's shakedown cruise, will launch the ISS Jessamine Caldwin just before the anniversary of her mother's passing, pending your approval, of course. So on the platform, we'll have a bottle of King Street brandy tied to a long tether that you will release to swing out against the hull. What you say during the ceremony is, of course, up to you, but here are some ideas intended to serve as food for thought. May the brisk wind hurry you to shores near, far, and fair. May you shelter your crew from the perils of the terrible ocean. May you always sail for Gristol, true of heart and homeward bound. Yours faithfully, Advisor Wainwright. Got it. So apparently she was having a ship commissioned after her mother. Hang on, I saw paper. Empress, presented for your approval the schedule for Middle Song's Eve. Morning meal, presentation, research vessel, midday meal, dedication speech for the new wing of the infirmary, meeting with the advisors on the issues of blood flies in the south, meeting meal with Lord Corvo on his request. Interesting. Yeah, apparently, but yeah, like, wait till you guys see blood flies. Oh my god, wait till you guys see the blood flies. They're a special kind of icky. I'm surprised no one thought of that.
We used to hide frogs in this old grandfather clock to drive the housekeepers mad. I thought life was complicated back then. How many times have I looked at that skyline? It feels like everything just changed.
Well, it definitely did. Oh, hang on a minute. I might have gone the wrong way. Oh, maybe not.
Delilah is some sort of witch. How is this possible?
Alright, hang on a minute. Why was there another window? Hang on. It'll be worth it. Why is there another window? Oh. Huh. So maybe there's just like whatever. It gives you another option just so you can make a mistake. And you'll be like, oh, not that way, haha. Or whatever. I don't know if closing it after me matters, but it feels like I would be able to cover my tracks if the window looks the same, other than the fact that I'm missing. They would probably be able to look and be like, well, the window's open. Or, you know, like, you know, whatever. She's not here, and the windows weren't locked, so it's like, it must be obvious. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that probably wouldn't be that much of a stretch. But, you know, it feels like the right thing to do.
Lady Emily, you're all right.
Oh no, Alexei.
Hurry. Where's the Royal Protector?
There's a coup underway. My father is... he's imprisoned, for lack of a better word.
You've got to get out of the tower. Through your safe room. There was a captain earlier today, down at the docks. Looking for the Royal Protector. Find her. Get out of Dunwall.
Alexei, I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Alexei, no. Sad face. Alright, new clue. New captain. A new captain who's going by the name of Megan Foster. Arrived in Dunwall. She's looking for Corvo Atano. Maybe she can help you. Maybe so. Okay, so there's that. Find Mortimer Ramsey. Yeah, how does one lean? By holding Y and moving the stick, you can lean around corners, peek over. Leaning allows you to look around without being seen by the enemies.
These bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos.
They sure are. I'm a little curious. Right trigger while close to an unaware enemy to assassinate. Press and hold right button to avert non-lethal assassination. Surprise. Other guards were dead, but this guard was one of the enemies, so he was alive. These other ones were already dead, so almost. Ugh. Hang on. It's a Let's see here if I can yeet. Alright. Anyway, ignore me. Alexei, I'm sorry. Audience request. Captain Mayhew, you don't know me, but you've got to tell the Royal Protector that I have an urgent need of his time. I'm carrying a message that has to be delivered face to face. Tell him I'm working with Anton Sokolov, an old friend. All the boats are being sent away from the docks, but I'll delay as long as I can. Tell Lord Corvo to find me there. My ship is called the Dreadful Whale, Megan Foster. God, I'm hesitant to eat the food because it might be useful. So yeah, you can see that there's, you know, some new things, you know, as far as like different things you can do that you couldn't before. Like I don't think though that keyhole peak was in the other one. I know where the objective is, but obviously we're gonna look around first. Obviously. Food. Tap. Well, I could turn on the water if I so desired, I guess. Audiograph. I would imagine the audiograph makes noise. You know, like... Oops, hang on, saw that. I would imagine it's not quiet. That's cool. Didn't that guy's voice sound like Dima from Fallout 4? And did anyone else, like, from the, you know, from the DLC? Was I the only one that was thinking that? Something to keep in mind. Or, you know, something to log away. Safe room, throne room. Oh, hang on. I think that was the wrong one. Sorry. I wanted to see. Escape Dunwall Tower. Delilah and the Duke have taken control. You must escape Dunwall Tower. Open the safe room. You'll need to access the safe room, which provides access to the street. The other option is eliminate Mortimer Ramsey, the Night Watch captain who betrayed you, as your signet ring. Get it back and deal with him. Yeah, so that's what we're doing in the throne room. Okay. I think that's just my, yeah, that's just my room. I mean, it could stay locked. Like, I mean, I guess we could unlock it. I don't think it makes a difference. Yeah, that's just the room that I was in. That's the same one. Royal Protector. Alright, obviously, even if I could get into the safe room, I want to kill that filthy traitor guard, so that's worth hanging around for anyways. Okay, so we got some stairs. Hopefully, that wasn't the sound of him coming up the stairs after me. Set an alarm. I think you can use those alarms, like on the clocks, to lure guards, I think. If they're close enough. Maybe we should do this. I can't turn that on. Oh, they even killed them, like the butlers and the maids? Oh no. Don't even know what that guy's talking about. Crown Killer strikes again. Dunwall citizens express shock and fear as yet another outspoken critic of Empress Emily Caldwin is met with a violent demise. The latest victim is none other than Ichabod Boyle, notable entrepreneur and supporter of the arts. Boyle recently wrote an opinion piece harshly criticizing the Empress for what he called her slipshod style of governance and her willful neglect of duties. Authorities are convinced that the Crown Killer is the culprit, given the gruesome details left at the crime scene. As Her Majesty's most outspoken adversaries fall one by one to this notorious assassin, we boldly ask, is it now the duty of the Royal Protector to murder all who dare to criticize the throne? Weird. Even weirder considering that the Emily and Corvo are not responsible for the Crown Killer, so that's pretty suspicious. Just double checking for loot. Alright, so there's a guard over there. Well, good news. He's no longer hungry. Filthy traitors. Oh, that was something I meant to mention. So something really cool about Dishonored 2 that's just super, super neat. So as you make choices with how your chaos level, like if you're killing people or if you're not killing people, in between missions there will be dialogue and you'll see what that's all about. But there'll be commentary by the person you're playing as, whether that's Emily or Corvo. And as you're going, there'll be commentary as well. But generally speaking, the outlook of the person you're playing as will change, and their commentary, like between missions and stuff, like what they're gonna say is they'll have certain commentary based upon what's happening. So it's like the commentary that Emily will have is gonna get pretty dark as she continues to do dark things. You know what I mean? And it's super cool that it like your choices like you know, reflect on your characters. So the commentary they make, things that they say, like it's just really really cool. It's a little bit more of a smaller detail, but I love it. So so stay tuned for that. It's really really neato. Also, I love this quick save, quick load thing, because it makes me feel like everything I do, like, if I'm like, good, I feel confident up to this point, you know? And then you can just save it. I love it. Might be using that a lot. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, it will, inspect.
This reminds me of good times with friends, with Wyman. All gone now.
Huh. Anyway, but yeah, it's super, super neat, so. I wouldn't mind putting the guard somewhere, but. Oh, even the maid? Why, though? Let's see here. This could be an okay spot to hide the guard. I'm not worried about hiding the maid because she was already there. But the guard is obviously a new kill. I'm the one that killed him. So maybe let's hide him back here a little bit. There we go. That's a pretty, you know, chill spot, I feel like. Okay, maybe we should really quick give it another quick save.
The throne room blocked off. We should have the time. We can just stay here and stall anyone who comes by. I'll be back when I've searched the royal chambers, assuming I don't accidentally lock myself in this damn safe room.
We'll cover for you if anyone from the Duke's party returns. This is exciting. Everything's changing.
Okay, eliminate Mortimer Ramsey. Mortimer Ramsey could be locked inside the safe room, which contains rations and water. Could be locked inside the safe room. Really? I mean, I could do that, or I could just kill him, which contains rations and water. So you could lock him in, but that feels like a non-lethal way of dealing with things. Because there is like major targets, as you can see with like Mortimer Ramsey. There is lethal and non-lethal ways as like you discover things, as you just saw. So you'll discover different things, like, you know, here's your target, but you don't have to kill him. So if you were trying to do like a pacifist, like non-lethal playthrough, or like low chaos, if you didn't want to kill anybody, like, you know, that kind of thing, there is ways of doing that. So there is non-lethal options for every major target you have. I think Dishonored 1 had the same system. But it's just really, it's a little, again, it's a more of a little thing, but it's super, super cool. And yeah, I mean, it is really, really cool. Like, obviously for me, I am a high chaos, kill all of my enemies kind of player. And I'm like that, generally speaking, I'm like that in all of my games. That's just how I roll, you know, Sith fanboy, obviously. But for other people, like for my sister, as an example, my older sister, she is very much not, you know what I mean? She is I mean, you know, she is much more likely to want to do a non-lethal stuff and, like, you know, that kind of thing. She does have more of that altruistic POV in her gaming style, which is obviously night and day different from mine. Also, look, there's a travel log, and it looks like it's like in a journal style. And I don't think I read this on the first one, so I think we might read this as we play. I think that could be neat. New year, we're starting a new year. Maybe 1852 will be less boring than 1851. I can't wait for Wyman to get back to Dunwall. We'll go to the abandoned mansion I discovered the other night at the edge of Rudshore. Maybe I'll have time to turn it into a scary haunted house beforehand, using sheets and hiding an old audiograph upstairs. Wyman would love that. We'll get spooked and hold hands, screaming and laughing. Come on, Emily. You promised to be more serious and to listen at court, and you're already planning your next escape. Let's start this diary again. Proposals for a new decree on whale oil rationing and distribution. And it's just like blank. The anniversary. That time of year again. The anniversary of my mother's death. There's no real time for reflection, though. It's all security protocols, menus, guest lists, and it's impossible to slip out at night, and I feel like a caged bird. They've already got me mentioning this year's speech. Oh, they already got me memorizing this year's speech. It's endless. Would it be so terrible if I just said what I remember about her? That wink she gave me, even as she was scolding me, after I was caught climbing the statue of my grandfather, the sound of her footsteps as she paced at night, the time we shared a cabin on the boat trip to Driscoll, or the time she agreed to let Corvo teach me to fish, and then had to pull a hook from my arm. Not the, now that would be a speech.
Yes. The natural order is reasserting itself. The Ramseys once hosted the king and queen of Morley. Did you know that? I spent my childhood playing with the buntings and the boils, the cream of society.
And very soon you'll be back at the top, Captain.
Ramsay's family fell from the aristocracy, and apparently the man holds a grudge. How it's my fault, that's beyond me. But one way or another, Ramsay is too dangerous to be left in play.
I agree, Emily. I'm a little hesitant to just, like, jump him, you know? Like, in the middle of everything. Yeah, let's go that way, you idiot.
Bitch. Empress Emily. Condescend me. Fie upon it, fa. Who do you think you are?
That was close. When enemies begin to detect you and awareness meters displayed overhead, it obviously looks like a lightning bolt, gradually filling up. A white meter means an enemy will search for you. A red means you have been detected. So he almost got to full white, but he actually didn't.
I really hope that was nothing.
He's a very aware kind of guy. I'm thinking that, like, he might go into the safe room, and I don't want to do a non-lethal way, but I would love to kill him without being detected, so we're gonna see. Alright, we are crouching, so we do need to be careful. Okay, I just wanted to be sure. So, but we do need to move slow, though, because he's not an idiot. He's a bad guy, but he's not an idiot. He's a filthy traitor dog, but he's not an idiot. So even if, my idea is, even if he goes into the safe room, I could just execute him, is kind of my idea.
Emily's reign is sealed.
Not gonna make it.
All this wealth wasted, a Caldwin girl and her father.
I spent so many nights in here after the rat plague.
Easy. Hey, man.
Goodbye, you.
Traitor dog.
This won't leave my hand again.
Alright. Take that. Imperial Signet Ring.
I'll need this.
Bone Charms. Excerpt from the Book of Sailing Traditions and Scrimshaw. Bone Charms, a sailor's blessing, they say. The carving itself is a practice from long back, passed from salty dogs to young greenhorns still finding their sea legs. In old times, sailors cut into the tusks of ice seals and into the arm-long fangs of the bears that roam the islets north of Tivia. Once the whaling trade began, the practitioners began engraving the bones in those great beasts, rendering charms that sing in the night and grant some small boon, increasing a lover's vigor or providing defense against pregnancy. Well, hey, whatever works, dude. Obviously, if you know elixirs are health. Crown Killer strikes again.
The Crown Killer must be connected to all this, with the Duke and Delilah.
Indeed, I would say so.
I have a feeling I'll need these.
Agreed. Nice. Okay. Corvo Attano, the royal protector in our times. Corvo Attano. So I do feel a little, not like bad, maybe is the wrong word, but I do feel a little funny leaving those other guards alive because they were traitors too. So like, I'm a little tempted to run back and kill them. And I honestly think I will rather than leaving because like, look, they're traitors too. Like in every level, we're not going to do that every single time. You know what I mean? We're not going to do that every single time. You know, like killing everyone in the level, you know, or anything. But like for the first level, like these guys are like the worst of the traitors. They're the initial bad guys. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking we're might run back real quick and kill those guys. then we'll move on. We'll click on that letter in a minute as well. Also, there's no one back here. I don't have to sneak back here.
The reserves won't help against Delilah, even if I had a way to carry it all out of here.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. God damn! Look at all that gold. I can carry the little one. I can carry the little one, you know? That's nice. That's nice. Also, that's kind of spooky. Wow, there is just a big stacks of gold and money back here. Anyway. Alright, well then maybe let's do this. Do this, and then we'll give it a save in case this goes poorly. Okay, let's go ahead and double check that I clicked on that. Which I did. And then we will click on the letter. And I already clicked on that for sure. Alright, letter from Wyman. Emily, I didn't want to wake you this morning, but you'll forgive me since we must have said goodbye 100 times yesterday night. The only chance I got to see you with your hair all whichever way is while you sleep. As soon as the sun rises, you'll put on your Empress face. It makes me happy that I know your real face, the one that laughs at our silly rhymes. I don't want to go back to Morlaix, but I'm needed there. It'll be 4 months before we see each other again. I'll miss you, and yes, I'll bring you some white leaf tobacco for your hookah. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Lord Corvo, if you're reading this letter, as per your royal protector functions, know that I am joking and perfectly aware that the white leaf tobacco is forbidden in Bristol. Take care, my darling Emily, my daring Emily. Don't go falling from a rooftop. I love you, Wyman. Do you think that's like just a boyfriend, or like do you think that that's like a boyfriend and that's where the I love you comes from, or do you think they're just really, really close friends? You know what I mean? Like you know, like siblings level of close friends. Unknown. Okay. And then there's the guards. Alright, now we can hustle on back and deal with a couple more traders before we actually fully bounce. Alright, so there's at least one of them, but I think there's two. Ah, there's the other one.
Sure, he knows how to talk with the boss. What a lick spittle.
Yeah, what a lick spittle. Alright, hang on. Now, I need patrolling one to patrol away. First, I need to figure out where he is. There he goes. Alright.
Someone was here a second ago.
Ooh. Boy, he's... Oh, Lord. Alright, hang on. Alright, so there's the patrolling guy. He's patrolling away.
Hey, where did you go?
Nowhere. Easy.
I thought that... What? That's Emily Colt?
Dang it! Alright, hang on a minute. We can do this. Okay, patrolling guy's going. So now we're just going to give it just a second. Okay, that should be enough. An alternative to my escape plan.
Where did you go?
Oh, man, he's like so intelligent. He like knows where I am. That's not what he normally does.
Forget about that kiss.
Haha!
Only for their loyalty to me. Damn the Duke of Serkonos. Damn Delilah. Look at this place.
Yeah, there we go. I like quick executed this guy,
Senseless slaughter.
then YOLO'd my way over there, but he patrolled to a different spot. He didn't always do that. Anyway. Yeah, so as you can see, a lot of my people executed because they were loyal to me. So that's a pity. Anyway, but yeah, look at that, we dealt with it. Alright.
Father, I don't know how, but I'll make this right. I promise.
Don't worry, Dad. I'll do you proud. Oh my, so many of my loyal subjects, other than these two. That this one was Corvo, just like, I just absolutely destroyed them. They just like ceased to exist, he like deleted their source code.
Her reign is off to a grand start.
Not for long. Anyway. There we go. I came back and finished the job. And finished the job. And it was worth doing.
Pay for this. But I need to get away from here.
Yeah, it was worth doing.
Barred from the outside.
I didn't think so. I was just trying to do it quick. Okay. We can go. Anyway, there we go. I got what I wanted. I came back and finished the job. Alright. Now we can leave for real. But everyone should be dead in here, so I shouldn't have to sneak anymore. You can see why I, like, in the first one, where when I did this the first time, and I was doing more just, like, running around. Because you can see, like, the movement is so fast, you know what I mean? And you can, like, vault over things. And this is before we have any of the powers. This is just, you know, this is just, like, as it is right now. This is, like, pre-powers and all that stuff. Once you have that, it really, like, doubles down on how crazy it gets. But, yeah, it's interesting. But, yeah, there we go. We went back for our unfinished business. Oh, that's just a bottle, okay. Alright, we're good to go now. We can bail.
Anton Sokolov made this lock.
Alright. Okay, long day at Kirkwall. Delilah and her Duke, Luca Abel, have taken the tower. Dunwall is no longer a safe place for you. Escape the city by meeting with the boat captain down by the docks. So there you go. There you go. Well, there you go, man. We killed the immediate traitors. And like I said, most of the time we're not going to worry about killing everybody, obviously. Anyone that's ever wronged me or anything. But, like, in the initial castle, like, you know, come on. Like, I don't want to go back. I mean, plus, too, like, I wanted to see Corvo's statue and see if, like, you know, click on the throne, things like that. So it was worth doing. Anyway. Going forward, though, not so much of a thing.
Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the docks.
That's true. Alright. Let's go. Super secret escape. Close all these, there's nothing in them. Oh, look at that. Boy, that'll be lucrative. I don't know if, you know, how much of this matters as far as, like, detection, but, like, you know, whatever. Anything useful? Oh, there's a couple of coins. That's useful. Alright. Alright, what is that? What's that here? Railing. Okay.
Gotta get out of Dunwall.
Wow. Alright, well. Guess we're escaping. Just gonna make sure there's no.
Gotta get away. I should talk to the captain of that ship.
Oh. There you go. Alright, reach the ship. Let's see. Megan Foster's ship is just off the docks and represents the best hope for escape. Oh, I wonder, do you think there's any new travel log? This year, anniversary? No. Okay. Definitely not. Okay. And I don't know if, like, I don't know how anal I'm gonna be about.
Turn my father to stone.
Hang on.
I will find a way to undo it.
That's true, Emily. That's true. I don't know how anal I'm gonna be about like detection. Like, am I really gonna try and go for like an undetected kind of thing? Probably not, but like, I might try and do my best to stay undetected as long as I can. Maybe even trying to, like, you know, reload some saves, things like that. I might do that for a while, but like, I'm not positive if I'm committing to the whole playthrough doing that. You know what I mean? So, you know. But now that I've discovered this little handy dandy quick save, I'll probably be doing that pretty frequently. I was just trying really hard not to go all the way to the ground in case there was fall damage. Also, it would be wise not to shoot the gun. On account of it being a gun and very loud. Ooh. Drop down onto an enemy from above, but to avoid taking damage from a fall. Press right trigger just before landing to perform a drop assassination, or right button do it for a non-lethal takedown. What's up?
Traitorous dog.
Damn right. She like literally took the words out of my mouth. She like said what I was. She said it. I was thinking it. I'm not positive anymore, but I might have like verbatim been thinking traitorous dog. Something like that. Anyway, preach. Okay.
The city is crawling with the Duke's men.
True.
Listen up, I have bad news. Ramsey's missing. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Caldwin has apparently fled the tower. We've got to find her. That's it, you've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Serkino, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now.
Well, you heard the traitor. Alright, let's see. Luckily, it's generous about the fall damage. Hang on. Let's be a little wise here.
The former Empress, Emily Caldwin, has been accused of high crimes against the state. Anyone caught harm?
Alright, hang on. Stay ready. I want you in place just after the Duke and our new Empress make their appearance. Things will happen fast. Do your part, and there's a share of the spoils for you and the others. Turn on me now, and I'll ask the Duke to send his assassins after your dear old parents. Trust me, the so-called crown killer is the last dinner guest you want in your home.
Bringer is equally guilty of treason. He says, yeah, this time.
All right.
Always alert. Always. I don't gotta say it twice.
Oh, look at that. Play your way. Number 1. Detection isn't the end. Even after you're spotted by enemies, various options are available to you. Kill all the enemies in combat, defeat the enemies non-lethally, escape and stay out of sight until the enemies give up searching for you, use powers, gadgets, and trickery to creatively overcome the situation. It's true, just because you got, like, detected doesn't mean it's over. And that's one of the nice things about Dishonored is that, yes, you can do it non-lethal, you can try to be undetected, but if you get caught and you don't want to, like, start over, it's not instant failure. You have lots of options. Which is one of the reasons why this game is so good, is because you don't have to play it this, like, you know, complete undetected ghost game if you don't want to. Like I said, my first playthrough was a lot of combat. And aggressively attacking things. Also, oh dear. And yes, you can get low enough to hide under tables and stuff.
Whatever.
I think he's leaving. Yes, he is leaving. How am I going to get out of this little cubbyhole, though? There's a lot of guards that are right here, you know what I mean? And I'm not positive how I can get back even up there. Oh, his back is turned. Easy. Okay. Easy. No one panic. You guys don't see anything. Don't worry. I saw the detection meter. Sorry there, guy. You could just go use the restroom if you really have to.
Hard times. Gotta be on the lookout.
Problem is, he's like right out in the open. Like, yeah, I could jump him, but his buddies would probably see me. If I had my crossbow, we would be able to just we could just handle this. Easy.
Something's gotta give.
All right. Easy. Go. Ooh, okay. There, now we're cooking. Just gonna go ahead and give that a save. I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe I'm completely feeling it. Maybe we will try to do this like completely undetected, you know? This like silent killer, you know what I mean? Again, not committing to it, but if we could, I'm not against it. Okay. Oh, hang on. I think he might have been moving last second. Yep. Glad I checked. All right, so they're probably...
Someone's gotta die, yeah. Please, not today.
So yeah. So... Okay. Just checking for anything. We're just gonna double check that it's... Oh, that's nice. Anyway, that it's actually clear before I actively play that audio graph in the center. And again, I could eat it, but like, what's the point? Yeah, that's the pistol stuff. Something to keep in mind, too, these are not just decorative. Above a lot of fireplaces is like things like this. Not all of them are guns, but there's sometimes things above fireplaces are something useful, so it's something to keep in mind. Sometimes there'll be some good... there'll be something that's actually useful, not just cosmetic, so it's worth investigating. Hang on. There.
Sorry you missed us. I'll be taking the children away from Dunwall earlier than expected. A few weeks before the upcoming anniversary of Empress Jessamine's death. Things are about to get bad, and I'm not just talking about the Crown Killer. Besides, there's profit to be made bringing new silver miners down south. So arrangements must be made. For now.
Uh-huh, so apparently a fair amount of people were in on this little shindig. Oh, I think I already looked at that. So is this not another like major way out? It was just like a temporary kind of deal. All right, well, we'll wait for this guy to patrol away. Maybe we'll wait till about right there. Okay. Oh, mid animation. Oh, all right, and there we go. Okay, now's our chance. Not too aggressively. There we go. So if I go too fast, we're gonna get detected anyway.
Attention Dunwall citizens. As of today, Delilah Caldwin is our new Empress. All hail Delilah, first of her name.
Further, the former Empress, Emily Caldwin, is now wanted for treason. Any of you found harboring Emily Caldwin will be fined and arrested.
People of Dunwall, stay in your homes. You're advised to stay indoors during this time of unrest.
Alright, well, we made it to the next section. Easy. I think that was a citizen? Maybe? Yeah, nice try, pal. Ooh, there's a guard down here. Hang on, where did he come from? Oh no, he doesn't go anywhere. He just patrols down here. Okay. Well then we are not safe. We are not safe, my friend. No one panic. Alright, hang on. I know it's saving on its own, but my quick save isn't there, so. Okay, shady apartment building. That looks good. I just want to verify.
Even the familiar parts of the city are starting to feel dodgy. That's no way to live. Even the familiar parts of the city are starting to feel dodgy. That's no way to live.
So true. No way to live. Okay. Okay, for realsies, let's go into the shady apartment building. Just shoot him dead. Alright, sorry. For some reason, I didn't expect anyone to show up. I don't know why. He's like, huh? Who is this? And I was just, bang! It's like, sorry, I didn't realize anybody would be home. I don't totally know why. Right. Alright. Maybe this time, let's, okay, so. Ah, I was ready that time. Don't worry, I'm leaning so they can't see me. Alright, nice and easy. Alright. Yeah, but I haven't used any pistol ammo. Okay, well maybe now that we got past that guard, maybe now we'll do that really quick. Hoping he'll patrol down here, because it would be easier to take him out if, as he was going up the stairs or something, but... Boy, there is a lot of stairs here.
Damn it. I need to pee.
Don't turn around.
Special edition. Empress Delilah Caldwin, rightfully the usurper Emily Atano and the murderous royal protector have been arrested. Out. You have until tomorrow to get it.
I never should have
pig's ear of this printer. I'm the one who gave you the scoop on the crown kill.
You're not fit for the watch uniform.
Man, I heard someone screaming for help. You think he's gonna...
That man, part of the Duke's coup, I'm sure of it now. And I saw him talking to Captain Ramsey of the City Watch.
You weren't the only one fooled. But I never ordered those killings.
I know that. It was irresponsible of me to print the name Crown Killer. I allowed myself to be coerced. Forgive me.
You're forgiven. I'm not sure what happens next, but protect yourself. And when the time is right, tell people the truth.
You can count on it. I won't ask you what your plans are, but for the sake of Dunwall and for the Empire itself, I hope you succeed.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Alright, hang on. Do you think it counts if that civilian saw me? Because, like, he did briefly freak out. Like, I just want to double check. Okay, I kind of just want to see, like... Well, I mean, I guess I could look it up real quick. Okay, hang on a minute. I gotta do a quick Google search. Okay, so I looked it up, and I was curious if civilians count, but... and it... Supposedly, you can, like, look up. It does say one spotted by enemies. Which probably means it does count. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Alright, let's try this one more time. Okay. Alright, so now, let's quick double check. Good, okay.
Until tomorrow to print it.
I never should have listened to your rubbish.
Don't make a pig's ear of this printer. I'm the one who gave you the scoop on the crown killer.
Half of which couldn't be verified. I must have been rat ass out of my mind to use that. There's no proof that the murderer has any connection to the crown.
Well, it made a good story. It served a purpose.
Whatever's going on, this coup, it won't last. The people of Bristol are loyal to the Empress, and I'm gonna publish an essay every day for a month to make sure they remember.
The people of Bristol have a new Empress. And in the morning, they'll have to find a new printer, too. What's happening now?
Okay, now, double check. Now, I don't think I saw a lightning bolt that time, so... Ah, there we go. I think the only reason he was upset before... was because the body collided into him. I think that's why. Try this again. Yo. Bro. Okay. Well. Oh, that was the same one. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Oh, there we go. Are you good now?
That man, part of the Duke's coup, I'm sure of it now. And I saw him talking to Captain Ramsey of the City Watch.
You weren't the only one fooled. But I never ordered those killings.
I know that. It was irresponsible of me to print the name Crown Killer. I allowed myself to be coerced. Forgive me.
You're forgiven. I'm not sure what happens next, but protect yourself. And when the time is right, tell people the truth.
You can count on it. I won't ask you what your plans are, but for the sake of Dunwall and for the Empire itself, I hope you succeed.
Hell yeah. Alright. Fabulous. Alright, now let's double check. Also, heyo! Achievement. Freedom of speech. Look at that. I did it. I kind of like my current one, so... That one's not quite cool enough to replace it. Okay. Now, it should say detected by enemies, 0. Perfect. Alright, well, I'm just gonna poke around his offices real quick. Sure he won't mind. Okay. Oh, typewriter. It's okay, don't mind me, pal. Typewriter. Same one there. Pistol and bullets, but I'm already full. Okay. Note from Chief Editor. Don't take it personally, but I'm not publishing your story about mechanical soldiers down in Karnaka. I'm not questioning your sources or your writing, but some moonstruck natural philosopher making marionettes in his basement isn't really news. I've done some research on this Kirin Jindosh you mentioned. He was driven out of the Academy of Natural Philosophy years ago, so he's hardly a credible threat. Until one of his inventions actually kills someone, he's not worth our ink. He's not worthy of our ink. You should focus on the Crown Killer case instead. If the Imperial family is really ordering these murders, I want us to be the ones to expose it. Simon. Yeah, well, shows that idiot who the real threat was. Guess that'll teach him, huh? Alright, well, hey, don't mind me there, editor guy. I just, Hang on, what was that new plague one? Dunwall troubles have multiplied of late, calling into question the very efficiency and intentions of our Empress. As evidence that Emily Caldwin has forsaken us, we need look no further than the Rudshore Financial, more commonly called the Flooded District. Though recently drained, we dare not celebrate, as the area is still riddled with maintenance problems remaining from its time underwater. With so many unable to find work, would this not be the perfect moment to unveil a grand scheme to restore this once posh area? Alas, no further considerations have been proposed, nor has the Empress submitted solutions for the current whale oil shortage, even as we endure rationing and discomfort. The picture of incompetent leadership is completed when you add all this to the periodic accidental civilian deaths at the hands of the Dunwall Mercy Watch, or Dunwall City Watch, all while Captain Mortimer Ramsey, appointed by our Empress, maintains the perfect innocence of those men and women in uniform who are supposed to protect us. Yeah, you know. What are you gonna do? What? Relax, hombre. Oh, well. Works for me. Okay, one more check to make sure it counts. Good. Okay, then we'll just do this.
So hungry. Might be time to spring for fish cake.
Citizens of Dunwall, listen up. For the sake of your family, turn over all information concerning Emily Caldwin and Corvo Atano, wanted for murder and treason.
Damn it. Sorry. Luckily, I just saved that. I was trying to figure out how to get my weapons out. I'm trying to figure out how to get my weapons out without attacking, and then that's not the answer. The answer is not to tap the left trigger, so you shoot. Fun fact. That's not it. So yeah, let's see if we can figure out how to get my gun out with my weapons out without trying to, without shooting at things, please. Okay, hang on. Oh, there we go. I just tapped the right button and it brought him out. So maybe that's all we need.
Citizens of Dunwall,
Yeah.
listen up. For the sake of your family, turn over all information concerning Emily Caldwin and Corvo Atano, wanted for murder and treason.
All right, so the tracks are electrified. Oh my lord. We're good. Totally good. Alright. Now that we to this point. Let's see here. There we go, it's not bad. Eh. I mean, maybe I wouldn't have taken fall damage, but, you know, I didn't know that. Oh, well, we can check to see if there's anything good back here. There's a pistol, but I haven't used any ammo as it is. Oh, no, hey. Nice. Alright. Let's go. Pay what you owe. Spooky.
Road is blocked by order of the City Watch.
Locked? What am I supposed to do now?
Not my concern, citizen. I'd advise you to return to your home.
If I can't get through, that's it for my shop. The entire month will be ruined.
Trust me, You don't want to be out on the streets right now. Move along. Huh?
No one panic. Alright, we're good. Now, I don't think it counted. Nope. I was about to say. You don't have to stop the little icon from showing up at all.
Who opened this door?
Maybe the wind or something.
Just the wind, dude. Bang! Okay. So mayhap, let's not open the door while they're right there. On account of them being like, hey man, what's up with the door being open? So yeah, it turns out that they are smart enough to figure out when something's different. Like if they were just there and they saw the door was closed. So I don't know if it applies to windows, but it might. So making sure we're closing things behind us is a good plan, I think.
You don't want to be out on the streets right now. Move along. Huh? Who opened this door?
Maybe the wind or something.
Easy. I figured it was a good time that they were chatting with the civilian. Let's see. Alright, quick double check here. I wonder if the... Yep, we're good. I wonder if the next strat will be going up there and then hopping over the railing.
One night at the body house. One night. Now I'm covered in chancres.
Not even positive I want to know what that means. Patrol away, you idiot.
So if I have two,
Thank you.
and I give him one, I still got me one. But then if I eat it, no, if he eats it, then what?
Easy clap.
People of Dunwall.
Okay, I feel like that's a pretty good spot to move our quick save.
Being a fugitive is now punishable by death. Aid the city watch in this time of transition.
Yeah, time of transition. It's a great code for, you know, coup and hostile takeover. Ooh, okay. That's probably a good spot. Hang on. Alright, I was just... It kind of looks like a spot where you would hide loot, you know? Yikes. Nothing there. This is kind of spooky, Ah. Hang on. Hang on. Nice and quiet. Okay, hang on. We're just gonna really easy go along the pipe, not giving away our position. You think you can swim, right? I mean, you would have to be able to swim. Oh yeah, right, because like they had the swimming mechanics, right? Kind of obvious. Kind of obvious when they say it, when they had swimming controls, you know?
Is there any chance I could slip past all these uniformed assholes and get into the tower myself?
Unknown.
Do I still have it left in me?
Boo.
Lady, you want to hear what I've got to say. I guarantee it. Lady Emily, you won't get far with that face. Stamped on half the coins in the city.
There's a coup underway, and I'm being blamed for the Crown Killer murders. I don't care what my face looks like.
My name's Megan Foster. I work with an old ally of yours, Anton Sokolov. We learned something scary down in the south, and I came to warn you.
I know, Anton, but Corvo's gone. The Duke of Serkonos is here with a woman named Delilah. They massacred everyone in the throne room. Then she did something I can't explain. There was nothing to do but run.
Sometimes that's all you can do. This is my ship, the Dreadful Whale. We can head out as soon as you're ready.
I need to get to Karnaca where the Crown Killer murders started. Delilah must have been down there for a while, and I've got to figure out what's going on.
You're Corvo's daughter. I'll give you that. Should we go?
Yes? No?
Soon, but not just yet.
Okay. Hang on. I didn't get a chance to look around the ship. I'm coming. Okay, I'm here. We can go.
You ready yet?
Oh, I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's set out for Karnaca.
Look at that, man. 10 hostiles killed. And, they found a body, but I never got detected. Look at that. Ghostly, never detected. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Ghostly. I did it, man. Finished an entire mission without being spotted. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll set that as a background. Hell yeah, dude. Look at that. I got the Ghostly achievement. Finally. That's pretty cool. Overall chaos level? High. Perfect. And then the other option is merciful. Didn't kill anyone, which obviously we didn't get that one. But I did get Ghostly never detected, which feels pretty damn good. Anyway, so yeah, we did find quite a bit of money, but there was a lot I missed. There was also another painting somewhere. But there was no runes, outsider rune, or shrines, bone charms, none of that stuff yet. Blueprints. Anyway, special actions. Freedom of the press. Protected the printer of the Dunwall Courier newspaper from Duke of Bell's agents. Coin of the Realm. Took what gold you could carry from the Dunwall Tower safe room. Emergency reserves. Hell yeah. Feel pretty good about that. Not gonna lie. Okay, we're back. A strange visit. Something feels off. Find out what's going on.
Am I still aboard Megan's ship? Feels odd.
Agreed. Something feels weird. Alright, I'm coming. I'm going. The door is blocked.
What is this place?
Where
am I?
Spooky.
I can feel something moving closer. Watching.
Very spooky.
Empress Emily Caldwin. I'm a friend of your father's from the bad old days. I never expected us to meet. I watched your mother die at the hands of schemers who wanted your little empire. Then you were rescued by a killer in a strange mask. I thought that was the end of the excitement. But Delilah and the Duke are flies in the ointment, aren't they? How many of your own subjects are you ready to slaughter? And what are you willing to become? 15 years ago, I asked Corvo that last question. This is the moment that changed him. Now it's your turn, Emily.
Ooh. Interesting. So you can apparently reject it if you wanted to go no powers mode, which sounds really hard. Obviously, we're going to accept it because the powers are awesome.
Burns. at the edge of something.
All right.
The stories, they're true. Incredible.
Super cool. She has like this like tentacle, dude.
This is how I'm going to save my father and reclaim the throne.
Absolutely. Don't worry, Dad. I'll save you. Ah. Nailed it. Damn. Damn. Whoa. We're doing it while walking is really disorienting. Ah, the
What
heart.
is that? It feels familiar.
Know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, it's good to know you're there.
Mother? You're here, but you're not here. In my hand, but somewhere else.
Only the last of my essence, with you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can.
Ooh. Tutorial. The heart. Equipping the heart in your left hand helps you locate bone charms and runes. The heart will begin to beat and glow when you are facing a bone charm or rune, and will beat faster as you get closer. The heart will whisper secrets if you press left trigger at particular locations, or while looking at a person.
Stars in the sky here. There's no sky.
So true. Alright, well, we got some sweet powers now. And a super awesome heart with a super sexy voice. Oh. I have appeared to have gone the wrong way. Quickly!
Who is Delilah, really? How could she? I don't understand.
In thousands of years, few have seen this place.
Mm-hmm.
Empresses.
Wow.
Delilah slit a man's throat for a pair of shoes and painted some of the most brilliant portraits of the age, all in the same year. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes sycophants of those around her. All of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game, and now she's an Empress. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
Empress of the world? Cool. Look at that. Reunited with the outsider. But now with different powers. Special ones for Emily, which is freaking neato.
When I was 10 years old, bored with my lessons, I dreamed about sword fighting and sailing the ocean. Now I'm realizing that the world is more off-kilter than I imagined. Everything has been turned inside out, but I'm not gonna stop fighting until it makes sense again. Karnaka's the southernmost port in the Empire, once proud but fallen into disarray. Under the new Duke, the Grand Circonan Guard has gotten increasingly aggressive. Beatings and firing squads. The Blood Flies are said to be worse than ever. This was the birthplace of my father. Megan Foster keeps to herself, like she's hiding something. But she helped me escape Dunwall, and for now, I need a place to stay out of sight. Delilah and the Duke made me look like a murderer, using the Crown Killer to butcher my political adversaries. They took what was mine, and I'm gonna get it back, even if I have to burn the city to the ground.
That's right. See that right there? That comment of like, I'll figure it out even if I have to burn the city to the ground? Yeah, that doesn't strike me as something that low chaos Emily would say. Letter from Emily. Wyman, by now you must have heard about the coup in Dunwall. Don't worry, I'm safe, hiding far away with friends. I implore you, don't try anything reckless and don't go back to Bristol. Stay in Marley, or Morley. There's nothing you can do against Delilah. I can't say I have a solid plan yet, but you know how well I improvise in desperate situations. Remember the time I kept a straight face during the Watch's officer's report, all the while sitting at my desk without pants? If I survive that, I'll get through all this. For now, I need to stay hidden and act alone. Trust me, we'll see each other again. I promise. Emily. Oh. Travel log. Oh, there we go, a new one. Alright, Dishonored. My father is lost, turned to stone by Delilah. Those words don't even seem real. Witchcraft is something I never would have believed possible. But now I have to believe in it, so I can believe that it can be undone. Delilah claims to be my aunt and the rightful heir. Truth or lies? All I know is that she used magic to take my throne, aided by that weasel Duke Bell. They must have been working on their plan for years, buying disloyalty with promises. Even Ramsey, captain of the City Watch, planting in everyone's mind the idea that my father and I could be responsible for those monstrous killings, that one or both of us were the Crown Killer. I'm not in a trusting mood, but Megan Foster says she knows Anton Sokolov, our old royal physician, and she helped me escape the coup, so she's all I have right now. We're sailing for Circonos. My Dunwall, my home, is no longer safe for me. But I never really was safe. I never really will be. The sooner I get that through my skull, the better. The Void. This time it wasn't a dream. I've read about the Void and the Outsider, imagined them. Now I've seen these wonders for myself. Strange doesn't begin to cover it. The Outsider has terrible eyes, black on black. He offered me something. I know these gifts come with a price, but how could I refuse? This power might give me the edge I need to defeat Delilah and Duke Bell. I'll worry about paying the cost later. But what price will I pay for his other gift? My mother's beloved voice, trapped in the strangest contraption. It is both comforting and chilling to be able to talk to her again. And yet, it's not entirely the person I know anymore. This thing, the heart, is there and not there. I have to focus in a new way to even see it. We've arrived at the southernmost tip of the Empire. Strange fragrances all around. Salt, fish, spice. I don't know how to blend in here. I don't know what to eat or where to go, but this is where my father was born, so part of me belongs here too. And these are my people, or they were until my throne was stolen by Delilah. I'm coming for you, Delilah, with my new powers. All I need now is a plan. Hell yeah. That's right. Okay, so we have to talk with Megan. Just wanted to look around a little bit. Oh. Let's see. It's not what you're used to, living in a palace, but this is all the coin I could scrape up. Anton and I operated on a tight budget, and guess what? Now you do too. If it's not beneath you, pick up whatever valuables you find along your way. We'll need ammo and resources to take down the people behind the coup. Hidden all over the city, there are underground black market shops. Look for the symbol depicting two hands, which means there's a shop nearby. Follow the signs, they'll guide you. Buying from the black market is against the law, but it could make the difference between against the Duke's military. Sokolov was working on this crossbow as a gift for you. If you need it modified, these shops can help with that as well, Megan. Hell yeah. Let's go, dude. Okay, let's see, that was objectives. Oh, it was probably just, in that. Okay. And then the optional is to locate the black market shop. We'll keep our eyes peeled. Maintenance lists. Optional, open the cabin door. Yes. Let's see here.
This place be any different had I passed from the war.
Hang on. There's a rune. I don't know if it's, you know, exactly where it is, but alright, so I don't know. Ah. Yeah, look at all the toys. Oh. I have fallen. Eh. Interesting. Yay. Well, I mean, there was some, you know, some money in there. Oh, there you go. And a book. Cute. Alright, was that really it? It looks to be it. Alright. There. Okay, so there's my room. We'll talk with her in a second. I'm still poking around her ship. New document. There's a few rats. We're good. They're not harmful. Alright. We're good. It rumbled for a minute and I thought I was getting attacked. I'm just really used to still have that Dishonored 1 syndrome of, you know, fear of swarms of rats. Alright, well, before we talk to her for a second. Just want to see if there's anything good back here. Oh. It actually really looks to be in the water out here. That's interesting. Alright, let's see here. Keep ascending. Ah. Where all the magic happens.
Dunwall seems so far away. I'll come back soon, Father. I promise.
Oh, I will. Alright, so there is something, you know, a rune way down there.
The jewel of the South. My father's birthplace.
It's true. It's awfully shiny. Alright, hang on. Just gotta be calm. Okay. I figured out how to get there, but I need air. We're good? Ow, frick! Oh, God! There's like piranhas or something in the water. Ow! Ow! I think what we need to do is like a similar, you know, vibe towards the last plan, but with a couple of alterations. Also, I'm taking the scenic route, I guess. Don't worry about it. Okay, so I do think we need to use this thing because it gives me, I feel like, extra momentum. But we need to go, so it's at towards the back is where it is. I know where it is. Shut up. Oh, I went on the wrong side. That's a pity. You're fine. Totally fine. And I didn't get attacked by the little monsters this time. Okay. Now. That was a little spooky. Alright, so there's the power. And I am carrying 3 runes. So I would assume... Yeah, I would assume... Yeah, I just picked up a rune, and that was all that was. So I can upgrade the far reach. I have enough. I have enough for that. So the first one is pull objects. Pulls objects towards you and catch them in midair, including corpses and unconscious bodies. So that can be convenient. And then decelerate. If you are falling, time is briefly slowed as you aim far reach. That can be convenient, of course, because it gives you extra time to like line up a shot. And I think that might be worth doing, to be honest. That would be nice, because yeah, as I'm falling, because then like if time slows, you could like whatever run out into space and then have time to line up a shot. It helps you to navigate without, you know, having to do it while it's all in real time. So that's convenient. Anyway, all right, got a little bit beaten up there. Nothing horrible, but it didn't feel super good. Alright, I'm just double checking for anything good on the main part of the ship here, and then we'll... Oh. Oh my lord. Oh. That might have been locked had I been down here than, you know, normally. I've wondered whether I have another book in me. The Blood Fly Epidemic, coupled with basic information on life cycle and behavior, might make an excellent project for this old natural philosopher. Blood flies are exotic insects, unlike anything else found in Sarkonos. I suspect they originated on some other continent. Groups of 3 or fewer, they're harmless. Individuals won't attack, leading me to speculate that each emits a scent that has a collective effect on larger numbers. They're attracted by rapid movement and sound. Nests can be broken apart. Interestingly, in the last part of a blood fly's life cycle, they calm a great deal. Leaving the swarm, they molt, causing the wings to drop off. Afterward, they leave the blood fly lives a solitary existence. Very odd. Acquire fresh corpses to lay eggs. So, you know. And I think... I don't know if I clicked on that or not. I did not. So, as you can see, these are blood flies. It's just awful. They are awful. It's very horrifying.
Sweet Jessamine was stolen father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Spooky.
I'll always miss my lessons with Anton Sokolov. He made so many clever devices during my mother's time.
Uh-huh. You think, how intelligent of an idea do you think this is? Tutorials. Oh. Just the fall reach tutorial. Okay. Let's say it certainly shouldn't matter yet. Just in case. Sorry, I panicked.
Is it a curse or a blessing to linger past your time in the world?
I mean, there was only a few of them, so they probably wouldn't have even been harmful, to be honest, but I panicked. Really quick, though, I did want to see... Guess that's fair. I didn't say I liked her, first of all. I don't remember what she's like yet.
Always tinkering, painting, or living life with gusto. That's Sokolov.
So true. Sorry, just still poking around.
She wasn't always the ship captain. It was years ago. The two were inseparable. There was no food, but there was love. Those brief days on the street with her childhood friend. The happiest time she's known. Megan, she can be trusted to a point. But I cannot see past the anger. How much rage can hide things? There was always hunger back then, on the streets of Dunwall. Hunger and fear. She learned to be brutal to survive.
Interesting. Oh.
Why is this here? It's Delilah. Anton started it just before he was taken. They've got history, but he wouldn't say more.
Bizarre. Yeah, I'll get to you in a second. I'm still looting. And learning your secrets.
She almost killed the crime boss called Slackjaw. Once while he was getting a shave.
Interesting.
It looks like the overland route to the Addermeyer Institute goes through the carriage station.
Fascinating.
So the Crown Killer was a tool of the Duke's coup. The murders had a calculated effect. Delilah. My aunt, if that's really true. She has a twisted way of looking at the world. I don't know Duke Luca Abel, but Corvo served under Luca's father. He said Theodamus was a good man.
Wherever he is.
Mortimer Ramsey. The Duke couldn't have pulled off the coup without someone inside the City Watch.
Yeah, and he got what was coming to
Looks
him.
pretty from a distance, but it's a city on the way down. And the blood flies are bad this year.
Also, god dang, that the sun is bright. Oh, good. I was actually beaten up from getting attacked by piranhas. I'm eating everything in your storage. Alright. It's probably the show. Just cuz. Alright, sorry, let's do this. What's up?
All right. You've explained part of it. But what were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnako, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn Corvo.
There were reports about tensions rising, corruption, street violence. I didn't give it much mind. Usually the local authorities resolve that sort of thing.
The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set up for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermeyer. All right. I'll get inside. The Crown Killer has to be eliminated, and if the alchemist will cooperate, maybe I can learn something about what happened to Sokolov. Wish me luck.
If you need my luck, Sokolov's as good as dead. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
Alright. I mean, I already, like, you know, looted the snot out of everything else, so...
This Dr. Hypatia, she seems to represent the good that's possible within the Empire.
Indeed she does.
Sokolov seems so much older now.
Mm-hmm. I'm coming! Too much speed. Way too much speed. Hang on. Hey! Rude! Closes the door in my face. Come on, Megan. Not super cool, can I just say. Kind of 0 out of 10, not gonna lie. Travel log entry. Oh. Let's see. I think we got all that. We saw the void. Okay, investigating Addermeyer. This boat captain, Megan Foster, she helped me escape the coup, but she's giving me the side eye when she thinks I'm not looking. She's all I've got at the moment, though soon I hope Anton Sokolov will be joining us, my old teacher. Keenest intellect in the Empire, filthy mouth, gone and got himself abducted. Megan says he was last seen being dragged toward Addermeyer Institute by the Crown Killer, which makes no sense to me, unless the killer is a patient there. Maybe he needs medicine or something. But how can a deranged patient be working for the Duke and Delilah? Addermeyer's chief alchemist might know. Alexandria Hypatia. She's been running this place for years. She's famous for curing the miner's disease. If she knows anything, I'll make her talk. Yeah, see her, like, you can see even her journal entries are so aggressive. If she knows anything, I'll make her talk. You know what I mean? I feel like if you were doing, like, a, you know, low chaos, I feel like Emily would be nicer, you know? I'm here, sorry.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
I sure am. I have pillaged your ship sufficiently.
Let's go see the streets where my father grew up.
Off we go then.
It won't do to be recognized.
So yeah, if you've seen the cover of Dishonored, which actually I will probably see if I can find the art. I imagine the official art has at least half of it. If it's the one I'm thinking of, it has at least half of the face on there is Emily's. So she wears that mask that she pulls up like right beneath her eyes, and I believe I haven't played Corso, but I believe that Corso has his old mask, and that's what he uses to disguise himself. So, anywho, now you know. But I think it's on the official art. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think so. I turned around to look at the game case that I have on my shelf behind me. And that's probably the one if I will probably grab, depending on what else I find for the thumbnail. Depending. Anyway, find Addermeyer Station and take a carriage to Addermeyer Institute. It is the best lead we have for tracking down the Crown Killer. Interesting.
I take you to Addermeyer by
Oh god, the
Security is
frames.
too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there.
The water physics are making it upset.
Station.
Water physics are making it upset.
Before his death, the old Duke of Serkono spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
My boy, I mean...
Here than we were in Dunwall, it seems.
Watch yourself on the way to Adamire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I'll keep my head down.
This is a good spot. Reach Adamire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Adamire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
Yeah. Got it. Oh, there you go. Alright, chaos level. Your actions affect the world around you. Taking lives will cause Emily or Corvo and their allies to grow more cynical. Too many deaths will lead to higher levels of blood fly infestation and a darker final outcome of the story, which we will see firsthand. Anyway, but as you could saw at the top, it did say neutral territory, so, you know, I'm good to just walk around here. Oh. don't ask questions.
Welcome to Karnaca, stranger. No need to cover your face. There's not much dust from the mines down here at the docks.
Yeah, totally.
Who's that out there? You know the skipper?
A dreadful whale. No, it's not on the register. Maybe one of the recent importers from War.
Let's give it a day or two. If she's still there, I can ask a friend who's with the Grand Guard to take a squad on board and conduct a search. Give the crew time to load up whatever contraband I know they'll wait on.
Uh-huh.
Good thought. They give us a piece of the confiscation.
Just, you know, just looking around.
Your face is covered. Are you worried someone might recognize you?
No. Just worried about the dust from the mines, that's all.
In the distance. Maybe a little more.
Taking some nice pictures. Alright.
You still eat meat? All the blood flies and all. I'm sure it's safe.
Of course.
Oh, look. There I am. Yikes. Oh. Cute. Perlos, I'm posting this letter, but if you're reading it, you've got the brains of a mule. You didn't pay no attention to what I said. You had to come to Karnaca anyway. Alright, fine. But you won't find me in Carmina here, because we're leaving as soon as we get the money. You say, you lived here most of your life, so you know the place, and I'm telling you, you're wrong. You don't know shit. The city's changed. When the Duke's son took over years back, that's when everything went sideways. At first, it was all just disorganized. New taxes and fees, some parts of the city heavily patrolled, some districts where with no one from the Grand Guard anywhere to be seen. When things got nasty, bodies in alleys and the Howler gang going wild, the blood flies worse than I've ever seen. So what's the new Duke do? He cracked down. So now the Grand Guard are surrounding people on the street, beating them to death. Anybody they don't like, anybody they don't recognize. I told you not to come to Karnaca. Good luck, but you can't say you didn't get a warning. Mm-hmm. Did you win? I was like, did you win? He's like, yes, I did. Thank you for asking. I'm worried about the dust. Nothing else. Barkeep?
You're not from here, am I right? Welcome to Karnaca, then.
Thank you. Oh, there's my, there's the headline. Bone charm nearby. Well, I can't just whip the...
Look at it. He's in on it. What was your cut, Ramus? Gutless merchants are all the same. Hands out, begging and want.
Tell the truth for once, you lying coward. What did you make on this, Ramos?
Say one more word, Maya. I'm finished with this guy. Let's rush him.
Ramos, you worm.
Lying sack of shit. Turned on your own people.
That's it. You pushed me. This is your fault.
Uh-oh. Oh, God.
You all right? Huh? What?
The job ain't so bad. Beats cheating people all day in a bank.
That's fair. Before I do this thing that I was naturally inclined to do, oh, sorry, gonna be honest, the vibrations scared the shit out of me. Oh. Look at that, that's cute. Anyway. Alright, I could grab this now. It will eventually unlock this one, which is pull enemies, which is convenient. Pull enemies towards you and kill or incapacitate them in midair, not stealthy. Oh, well, I'm a little more hesitant, because I don't know, considering how well the first one went, I'm a little tempted to try and go for, like, you know, complete the game, you know, like, go for super ghost mode. Wasn't there an achievement for, like, you know, completing the game ghost stuff? Hang on. Okay, well, without killing anyone, that's not the one we want. Score a headshot while sliding, link two characters with Domino, complete the game in low chaos with Corvo, without supernatural powers, without there it is. Finish the game without being spotted. I wouldn't mind going, you know, wouldn't mind going for that one. You know, I'm not against it. So yeah, I'm kind of tempted to like try and really double down, you know. I mean, hell, maybe I'll even put it in the title. Maybe I'll be committed enough to really go for it, you know. I mean, still, it doesn't mean I couldn't grab that first one though, because the first one was what? Pull objects towards you and catch them in midair. Includes corpses and unconscious bodies. Pull objects towards you and catch them in midair. Why would that be useful? Pull objects towards you, either catching them or stepping aside and letting them fly past. Right. Okay. Well, that could be convenient. Because like I know that one of the things you can do is like, because you can like once you grab like this one, so you can grab bodies. You can grab it and then you can wait and then like once the body reaches you, your character will catch it. Like, but the other option is you can also grab them and then purposely step aside so that it flies past you. That's convenient if you're fighting on if you're openly fighting on like an open space, like a bridge or something, or like a precarious spot, like a rooftop, and then you can grab somebody, pull them towards you, and then as they're flying at your face, you step aside and then they fly off the building. Because like I said, the first time I did this, there was a lot less stealth and a lot more running around like a madman. And so there was a lot of running around like a maniac. So my goal, my hope this time is that because we're using stealth, I'm hoping I can actually try and do this like quieter, you know, try and do this spookily and stealthily. That'd be really cool. So this won't be like, I don't think these will be as useful on this run, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, pulled resources will be added to your inventory automatically. Objects that can be carried must be grabbed manually. So like you could grab like, if there was like, I don't know, bolts or something, or like bullets on like a countertop. If you could reach it, you could grab it without getting close. That could be convenient. Like pull a bottle towards you from afar, then throw it as a distraction, or pull a whole whale tank to you, then throw it as an explosive. Again, like that kind of thing could be convenient. But we might hold off. So if you're curious about some of the other powers, there is Dark Vision. Dark Vision is amazing. Oh, actually, we can just grab that anytime. And so it looks like a fair amount of these are actually just open. We can just grab them once we have the runes. That actually I didn't realize that. Okay, well in that case, we actually should look over these powers. So the first one is Dark Vision. See better in darkness, observe living beings through walls. Your upgrades, you have greater Dark Vision, and so see objects and security systems through walls. You also have Premonition, visualize enemy routes and their current destination. Very, very useful. if you guys remember my Divinity, I almost said Dark Souls, and Divinity, also wrong, Dishonored. If you saw my Dishonored 1 playthrough, you'll know that I spammed Dark Vision like a maniac because it was incredibly convenient. Another one is Doppelganger. Summon a shade of yourself that attracts enemies, which is neato. So there's Baffling Shade. Your Doppelganger will confuse enemies as it fades away. Deadly Shade. Summon a Doppelganger that can fight enemies and assassinate when undetected. That could be convenient. Summon an ally by holding and releasing left trigger. Your Doppelganger can engage in combat with enemies or even assassinate them when undetected. That's convenient. Transportation. Swap places with your summoned Doppelganger. And then this one, Twin Shade, summon 2 Doppelgangers who act independently of each other. But because this one could be good because you could have your Doppelganger assassinate for you. So that could be really good. So there's also Shadow Walk, assume a stealthier form for a short time. Then there's Rat Shadows, move through rat tunnels in your stealthier form. Interesting. Improved Shadow Attack, assassinate or incapacitate up to 2 enemies using Shadow Walk. Interesting. So during Shadow Walk, your visibility is reduced, making it harder for enemies to detect you, but don't get too close. A moving shadow will still arouse suspicion. In this state, you can assassinate or incapacitate 1 enemy before returning to physical form. And then there's this one, which is improved, so you can do up to 2 enemies. Shadow Run, move faster while in your stealthier form. And then there's this one, which is Greater Shadow Attack, incapacitate or assassinate up to 3. Fascinating. Mesmerize, summon a void spirit to enthrall enemies or hounds. Weird. Mesmerize creates a void entity that captivates 2 humans or hounds, then removes their short-term memory. Only these Mesmerize can see the summoned entity. Allies of those enthralled will notice their strange behavior and suspect a hostile presence in the area. Mesmerize will always enthrall the closest living target, use it to avoid a group of enemies who will be unaware of what's happening around them, or use it in combat, enthralling enemies and making them vulnerable to your attacks. That's interesting. Mesmerize 3, enthrall up to 3 enemies or canine targets. Lasting Mesmerize, extended duration. Mesmerize 4. Interesting. That's different. I didn't use most of these powers in my last playthrough. I didn't use Doppelganger. I used Dark Vision. I used Far Reach. This is another one that I never used. Domino. I don't think I used Shadow Walk either. I feel like I just dumped them into this stuff. I feel like it was a lot of this stuff. But we'll look at that in a second. So this is another. I think this is the last power. Is Domino. This is a very interesting one. Link human targets so they die or fall unconscious together. So this is convenient. You saw that achievement where you can. It says like link 2 enemies with Domino right as one is about to kill the other. Like that's really interesting. But Domino links 2 human targets while the power is active. Any human taken affects all linked targets, or any action taken affects all linked targets. For instance, quickly incapacitate multiple enemies using a single sleep dart, reducing the risk of alarm, or kill multiple enemies linked simultaneously if outnumbered in a fight. Combine Domino with other powers to create surprising and interesting effects. For instance, summon a Doppelganger and link it to an enemy. Any damage you deal to your own Doppelganger will be shared by the linked enemy. That's interesting. That's a good idea. Link 3, so you can do up to 3 targets, and then this one, which is Link 4. So a very interesting power. It can be really good for setting things up. That can be really, really interesting. And because we're trying to be stealthy, I mean, that could be really convenient. It could be really convenient towards like killing a whole room full of enemies just because whatever. Like one of them is lined up perfectly for assassination, but the other 2 are definitely going to see me. You know what I mean? Well, that can be a lifesaver. Now, as far as these ones, which is I think what I spent most of my powers on in the other game was this one. So this one is Strength, so you throw objects farther, and then Greater Strength, which is you break down weaker wooden doors with your sword. So that's convenient. You can just sort of bust through the doors. Convenient if you're doing it like I did my first playthrough, and where there was more just sort of running around like a madman. Vitality increases your health and resilience, and then health regeneration is improved. So that's that's super neat. Now with this upgrade, the portion of your health bar that regenerates is improved. Regeneration occurs faster. So that's interesting. And then we have reflexes, block to deflect projectiles, which is very convenient if you're actively being shot at. Now keep in mind again, if I was actually trying to go stealthy, if I was trying to be actually like ghosted, then hopefully you're never being shot at because they shouldn't see you coming. Focus slide, slow time while sliding if aiming to a ranged weapon at an enemy. So as you're sliding, if you whip the weapon out, then it will slow time. Superior deflection, deflect projectiles toward the nearest enemy, so you can like straight up like, you know, Jedi, you know, deflection kill somebody, which is neat. Adapt parry, window of time for parrying is increased, so it's easier to do. That's nice. Snap reaction, quick reflexes seem to slow time briefly when an enemy spots you. So again, very convenient. But if you're committing to a whole no detection thing, some of these would be useful. Other ones not so much. Agility increases your jump height and distance. Another very good ability. So jump height and distance is convenient. Sprint faster, also convenient, especially if you were running around like an idiot like I was my first playthrough. And then catfall, take less falling damage, also convenient if you're stealthing around. Bloodthirst, build up an adrenaline in combat, then trigger brutal melee fatalities. This one is true. The fatalities in melee are insane if you have bloodthirst. Like, you get it, and you're just like this crazy. It's like playing like as Doom guy from Doom. Like, it's insane. Adrenaline burst, replenish adrenaline automatically while not in combat, up to half of maximum. And then greater bloodthirst, kill multiple enemies within range. So it's very good, especially if you're just like running around like a crazy person. Like I said, I was my first playthrough, can be very convenient. And then bone charm crafting. Craft your own unique bone charms with some chance of corruption. This was one that I dumped a lot of points into my first time. Witch crafting lowers chance of corruption for bone charms with 3 or 4 traits. Trait synergy, use the same trait up to 4 times across your crafted bone charms. Master, no chance of corruption when crafting bone charms with 3 traits. There is a low chance at 4 traits. And then craft runes by expanding raw whalebone or sacrifice existing runes to accumulate raw whalebone for crafting. So I think I remember dumping a lot of points into this one my first time. I don't remember if we will be doing that or not. I'm not positive. Shadow kill. Turn. This one was one that I grabbed for sure. Turn unaware enemies to ash as they die. So this is really convenient because then there's no more hiding bodies. And so as you kill enemies that are in stealth, then they vanish, and it's incredibly convenient. So we'll definitely be grabbing this one at some point. Then there's this one, which is now anytime you kill anybody, they turn to ash. So now it's not just the unaware ones. And then this one, which is Blood Fly Swarm, transform enemies killed in combat into blood flies as they die. So that one was also really fun, my first one, because I was in combat a lot. And so because I was in combat a lot, it was convenient having things like this because it made dealing with it much easier. Anyway, so as you can see, lots of really cool, interesting powers. The Shadow Kill one is really tempting because that's such a great one. Jump height, vitality is a good one. Of course, dark vision's really useful. Domino is an interesting one. I'm thinking let's grab Shadow Kill as I kill unaware enemies because I'm gonna try and stealth anyway. It's convenient because then they will vanish, so I don't have to hide the bodies. Very convenient towards trying to be stealthy. Anyway, I know that was a lot to read right away, but we hadn't done it yet, and it made sense. Alright, I kind of need to hide for a second and see if I can figure out where the nearest stuff is. And I feel like they're not going to be happy if I... Hang on. Did they freak out at that? I felt like they did, but... spotted by enemies, no. So, maybe they did, but it doesn't mean anything. Okay, what's the nearest thing? 156. There's a 94. 81, that's probably the closest one. Okay. So true.
This was once my world. All things, from the northernmost shores to here, Karnaka in the south.
Ah, yes.
So things aren't bad enough.
I'm here.
Now I have to be on the lookout for some no-gooder with a knife. Why me?
Oh, a no-gooder with a knife. Can you imagine anything worse? Like, no idea what that means. Anyway, ignoring that. Is there anything on this guy's boat I can loot? Oh. There is. Interesting.
Manual. Halfway up, the cable broke and we lost 11 workers.
Yikes.
They never even made it into the mine. Those cables weren't made to carry so many people. Pack enough of them in, even kids, and it adds up. After that, the sickness spreads through the crew bunkhouses.
If that was lunch,
That woman
and I'm a
from
filthy
Adamire,
blood fly.
Alexandria
That's all I'm gonna say.
She used to treat the workers, but she doesn't come around anymore. So what all this means is that we need more workers. There are always people coming to Serkonos looking for a better life. We'll get them into the mines if I have to club them over the head myself.
Wow. Heartless. Anyway, don't mind me, bro. I was just looking at your ship, alright? No big deal. Okay, beautiful. Well, I think that might be a fabulous place to call it. And, when we come back... There you go. See, it already says Emily High Chaos. Anyway, all right. So yeah, when we come back, we will be continuing our journey here. It's a hair shorter than my normal episodes, especially after the couple of cuts. It will be definitely even shorter than that. But that is very common for my part ones. I like to double check balancing between. I like to check balancing between like the audio balance. Does it look good? Because then if anything goes wrong, you're only out one episode's worth rather than like several parts worth. If you catch like something that's really wrong, several parts in, that kind of thing. Anyway, and so when we come back, we'll be exploring Karnaca, and we'll be looking out for things. And so yeah, I don't know, we might be trying to make this like a full-on Ghost playthrough. I mean, hell, I might even put it in the title. Like, I'm like look up the name of that achievement, and then maybe call it whatever, like Ghost playthrough or something. I don't know, or maybe put it in the thumbnail or something. I'm not sure, but I will give that some thought. And by the time if you're seeing this, and I decided what I was going to do, whatever it was. Anyway, but yeah, I am excited for this one, and I think we can certainly do it, and I think that'll be pretty neato. Anyway, yeah, and I think that's just about everything. So, yesterday I uploaded part 1 of Dark Souls 2, so that is now up on the channel. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out. And yeah, later today, I am hoping that I might record some Dark Souls 2 footage, at least a little bit today, and then I'm kind of hoping to actually record some random little standalone things, because I like having a stockpile, kind of a backlog of footage if I can. And I burned through all of my backlog recently because I wasn't recording as much as I was uploading, and so I ran out of backlog. So I'm kind of hoping to get caught up on the backlog, because then it can free me up to do more like moto vlogs and things on my days off rather than just recording. And I feel guilty if I don't record and if I do other things, because then I do like recording, and so I feel like I missed out on that if I did something else, and so it's kind of this whole thing. Anyway, and so I'm kind of hoping to get a backlog up again, so that maybe next weekend possibly I can actually maybe do some maybe another moto vlog or something like that. Time will tell. Anyway, that is going to call for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later.